That's the webinar. Super excited to be here with you today. My name is Eric Johnson. I am the creator and CEO of Teamzy, and we've got an awesome training plan for you guys today. This is one that's been a long time coming. It's been one of our most requested trainings. So I'm excited to present to you guys today. I'm going to talk to you guys today about tagging in Teamzy, and not only how to do it, but some really cool ways to use the tagging function to better organize your people. So follow along with me. We have tried to make this so incredibly easy for you to use. And I'll show you kind of how elegant and easy it is compared to the way other CRMs may group people. Again, everything we do in Teamzy is trying to make your life easier. So without further ado, let me jump into my presentation and we'll start training. Here we go. All right. So this is what I want to talk to you guys about, how to better organize your prospects, customers, and team by leveraging the tagging function in Teamzy. All right, a little bit about my backstory for some of you guys who don't know me. My experiences as a business consultant. I've been teaching people and training people on how to build their business for the past 15 years. That's what I've done as a grown-up. That's been my career. My story as far as network marketing happened, gosh, I don't know, about 5 years ago. I lost a ton of weight using Beachbody products. So I became a Beachbody coach. And it was kind of my side hustle, which I'm sure you guys might be, this business might be your side hustle too. And as a business consultant, I knew that to be successful in the network marketing space, I needed to leverage my time. I needed tools that would help me leverage my time so that I could just very efficiently build my business while going on with my busy life. When I realized there really weren't tools out there for us, that's why we built Teamzy. So now you're going to know why it happened. Then I got to use it myself in my own business and see how effective this stuff was. What was cool was we started out with Beachbody coaches, and then we had a whole bunch of redundant fields people say, can we please have this customized for us? And now, just not even a year later, we've got more than 13,000 redundant fields consultants using Teamzy, which is amazing. And then recently we've taken off like crazy with unique folks, like just going crazy with unique presenters. And so, I'm pretty sure we've got 27 networks now, something like that. So you guys may be part of one of these networks that's about to take off with Teamzy too. So we're so excited to be here as part of your success stories with your business. Let's go through what we're going to cover here tonight. I put tonight. It's actually today, right? It's the middle of the day. But we're going to create and manage, how to create and manage tags in Teamzy. I'll show you guys how to do it in case you don't know. It's very simple. That will take just a couple of minutes to show you how to do that. Then I'm going to teach you 5 pro uses for tags. Okay, 5 pro uses for tags. There's probably a million uses, but I'm going to show you 5 that I think are incredibly useful today. I'm going to show you how to group people around a common experience. Okay, things like moms, veterans, friends from work, local people, etc., and why that's going to help your business. I'll show you how to track products purchased or products that people are interested in by using tags. I'm going to teach you how to manage your product wait lists by using tags. I'll show you guys how to group invites and attendees to an event, a party, or a challenge group with tags. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to manage the onboarding of leads. The onboarding of leads that you acquire through social media campaigns, things like your Facebook like page, Facebook groups, maybe ads you're running on Facebook, Instagram, direct messaging people on Instagram, people you're meeting on Snapchat, etc. I will show you how to use tags to manage the onboarding of those people. Sound good? All right, we'll go through all of that, and then I'll be here for questions. If you guys have questions, there's a Q&A button on the bottom, and you can start putting them in there anytime. All right. So the way we use tags, really first and foremost, guys, it's an easy way to group people in Teamzy. Tags are just an easy way to group people in Teamzy. Tags will pull up a list of everyone with that tag. Okay, so we add tags to people's things, not just, it groups them. I'll show you as we go. And you can also search by multiple tags to refine your target list. Okay, you have the ability to search by multiple tags to refine your target list. And tags are also easily edited, so you can change these as you go. All right. So let me just show you really quick how to add tags. First, you can add tags on your dashboard by clicking on the details. Okay, so when you're on the dashboard and you look over to the right and there's the information, usually the connect is highlighted, you just click on details and you can put tags in right there. You can see I added a tag right there. All right. You can also add tags on their contact record. So this is when you're on the team page, when you've looked somebody up in the lookup bar, you're on the team page, you just, right underneath their names, you can see there's a tags bar and you just put your tags in. Okay. Easy peasy, right? Also, when you're importing a file, you can add tags. So you just toggle this advanced import options toggle as you're doing an import, and then you can add tags to everyone on that file. This is great if you're just starting with Teamzy and you've got spreadsheets and things full of data and you want to add, you can take like a little piece of that list and you can add a tag to everybody on that piece, import it separately and add tags. Now, one thing that's very cool, again, some of you guys get overwhelmed by thinking about imports, so just ignore this part. For those of you guys who are really comfortable with this, one cool thing that you can do, one thing to know is that you can re-import a list. You know, it doesn't duplicate the people in there, but it will add a tag. So if you put in a list earlier and now you want to go back and put that same list in again, but add a tag to everyone on the list, you can do that. You can just create on your file a column called tags. You can put the tag in, you just put them in, put it on toggle and type the tag in here. It'll tag everybody. Okay. Ready? Next. You manage your tags list on the team page. So when you go to the team page, you look over to the left-hand side and you'll see tags, and it has all your tags listed. Okay, here's an example of some tags that you might have. All right, so you manage your list there. That's where they all are. And if you click on any one of those, it will bring up on the right the list of names of everybody with that tag. Also, on the team page is where you search and filter tags. So when you get to a point where you have lots of tags and you don't just see it on the list, you just put in where it says filter tags, you just put in the tag you want. And every time you add another tag, it will cross-reference and filter between both of those tags. With me? All right, I know this is pretty simple stuff. And there's one more little piece you need to know about tags, and then we're gonna get right into training you on some of the cool things we can do with them. If you need to edit your tags, you can do it on the team page from tag options. Let me show you. On the team page near the top, there's this little drop-down tag options. You can see I've already dropped it down. And that's where you can edit the name, delete the tag, or remove a contact from that tag. Okay? The other way you can remove a contact from a tag is if you're on that person's contact record, you can just delete the tag. So if you just look them up, you can delete the tag. Okay? Or if you're working on the record and you want to take a tag off, you can just delete it off. All right. Great. Now, if you have any questions about all those slides that I just bammed through, just put them in the Q&A and I'll answer them at the end. Easy, right? Okay, let's go through 5 pro uses for tags. Okay, again, these are the ones I'm going to teach you, and I'll go through the list real quick, and then we'll do them one at a time. I'm going to show you how to group people around a common experience, okay? I'm going to show you how to track products that they've purchased or maybe interested in. I'm going to show you how to manage product wait lists, because I know that's an issue that comes up a lot. And it's a great opportunity for us to use Teamzy to get more sales. I'm going to show you how to group your invites and attendees to an event, a party, or a challenge group. Okay. I'm going to show you how to manage the onboarding of leads from your social media campaigns. Okay, you with me? Let's jump into the first one. Common interests. Okay, here's some examples of common interests. Moms. I know maybe everyone's a mom on your list. I don't know, but for me, I always like to keep track of moms because first of all, on Mother's Day, I like to send them a message or a card. Mom-themed events or groups, if you're creating anything like that, it's really easy to pull up your list and invite people. Okay, so that's why moms is a great example of a common interest that you might put everybody on. You with me? Okay, veterans. Veterans is a common interest. Personally, I always tag all my veterans because on Veterans Day, I always have a campaign to reach out to them and thank them for their service. It's a small thing, but it's huge for building relationships, right? Isn't that what we're here for? So veterans is a good example of a common interest. Now, these are just examples. You can probably come up with 20,000 different things that you might want to group people around and reasons why you can use that to leverage your relationship and deepen it and help them. Okay, local people. I love tagging people as local because if you're doing a live event, you don't have to go through your whole list and try to figure out who to invite. You can go through, click local, and invite everyone who's local. Okay, so local is a great way to do it, especially when you start building a major social media presence and you've got people, prospects and team members and customers from all over, gosh, the world now. You need to know who's local if you're doing a local event. With me? Okay. Dog owners. This is just an example. But I'm a dog person. So look, some of you guys aren't, and so you won't get this. Some of you guys are, and you will get this. Dog owners, we have a lot in common. We love our dogs. And so if you have local and dog owners, then you can do things like a dog park social, which by the way is huge. You know, if you're doing an event, have people bring their dogs. It's just a win-win for everyone. You can make homemade treats and deliver them to your dog owners. You can incorporate your product line into those treats in some cases, depending on what you represent. So these are just some examples of things, of tags that you can use for fun that help you build lists that you can connect with at a deeper level. You with me? Okay, so here's the workflow. Pretty easy. Add tags as you learn more information about them. Okay, you just add the tags as you learn more information about them. You're talking to them, you're like, oh, boom, I'm gonna tag them with that. Okay, cool. Sometimes when you meet them on social media, you can get a lot of this information just by looking at their first 5 photos, right? Okay. Next, how to track products purchased. How to track products purchased. This is very easy and incredibly effective. Okay. So here's some applications. Connecting. If you're tagging the products that they're purchasing, you'll instantly know where they stand by scanning their tags. So for example, they come up on your up next list for you to connect. Bam, I just go over and I look at details and I see all the tags and go, oh, okay, this person uses this product, and this product. So I can just say, hey man, how's your day going? Or I can ask something specific product related. You with me? So just having all that information there instantly lets me know where they stand in the business. Okay, cross-selling. This is huge. So pull the list of everyone who purchased product A and let them know they'll probably love product B too. Perfect example. I'll use a Beachbody example first because that was my experience. But if I sold, if people bought 21 Day Fix and there was a new program by Autumn Calabrese, I would contact everybody who liked 21 Day Fix and say, have you tried this program? You might want to try this one next. Okay. It was just an easy way to go through a list and add value. And most people were excited to know there was kind of a follow-on product to the one that they already enjoyed. You know, another great example is my wife, right? She got the, what do you call it? Lash Boost. She loved it. And then she got the hydration serum, right? So it's like just knowing what people got helps you cross-sell the next thing constantly. Okay. And it's a value add. Retention. Again, pulling a list. How are you loving this? It's a retention thing. I'm just checking in. How are you enjoying this product? Okay. And I can go through and I can send that message to every single person who's using a specific product. Another thing that you could do with a retention reach out is you could pull everybody with it. If you got a great story from one of your customers, like a great success story, you could go through and share that story with each person using that product. How are you enjoying this? Mary's getting great results. She told me that, you know, people have been commenting on her eyes. It's amazing, right? Are you with me? So you use these product lists as a way to specifically target people with a message. Okay. New product launches. Here's another way you can use this. When you guys are ramping up for a new product launch, the best thing you can do is go look at your current customers or your past customers. By the way, I just want to make a distinction on this. People always ask me, what do I do with inactive customers? There's no such thing as inactive customers. Yes, they're inactive to the mothership who's tracking their orders, but they're your customers. If they ever ordered a product from you, they're your customers, period. I don't care if they're active or not. They're still your customers and they will purchase again. Okay, so anyone that ever purchased something in the past and you've got a new product launching, you want to pull those lists so you could let them know, hey, we've got this new thing coming out. It's going to be awesome. Here's, you know, all of the information that you have about the product. You want to be able to connect with people specifically and be educated about what they've had in the past and tell them about what's coming. With me? Okay, so here's the workflow. When you log the sale, you add the tags. Let me just show you this real quick. Hold on a second. I'll get out of here real quick. Go to Teamzy. We'll show you this live. Where are you, Teamzy? Okay, so let's say I'm talking to Claire. I'm going to jump to her record. So I'm logging the sale with Claire, right? She buys something, whatever the case may be. Let's say it was a distributor kit, right? And I might add some tags. So if she was Beachbody, I might put Shaco HD might be one of my tags, right? I might put, right? Or whatever company you're with, maybe it's Epic. or right? If I missed your product, there's 27 different networks on here, but you get the idea. So you want to tag all her products right there. When you do, oh, I didn't save the sale. So you save the sale and then tag the products. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, let me jump back into the presentation. Of all the different things I'm going to show you, I think the one that you guys can use the most right now and really apply is this one. Start tracking your products with tags. Start tracking your products with tags, okay? All right, let me jump to the next slide. Manage waitlists. This is another great thing, manage waitlists. So again, you've got some applications here. If you've got a new product launch, tag everyone who's excited about the new product that's coming soon, right? So as you're building excitement for it, people are like, yeah, let me know, let me know, and let me know. Add that tag to their record in Teamzy so that when the product's ready, it's really easy to know who to message, okay? Also, the same thing for back order products. You want to tag everyone, not only everyone who has a back order, but everyone who ever used it in the past. You just got to assume they want to use it again and let them know, hey, just letting you know it's coming off back order next week, and then let them know when it's coming off back order. You actually will create demand again for people to repurchase the product. Okay? So manage wait lists, new product launches, back order products. I know that some of you guys are even using this as your company is launching new markets, right? I know like Beachbody's launching the UK right now. Rodana Fields finally launched Australia. So these are other ways that you can use it for actually market launches too. Okay, so again, your workflow is just as people show interest, add that tag, just add that tag. Okay, now don't forget, you can use the mobile version of Teamzy to pull this up on your phone as you're talking to people and quick tag them with whatever tag you want to, okay? Then you don't have to worry about it. They're on that list for later. Okay, another great way to use tags is for events or parties for you Beachbody people, for challenge groups. And this is something that I personally used when I was a builder that was super helpful for me. Super helpful for me. So here's some applications. Your invited list. As you invite them, add the tag to the record. And I'll show you some examples in a second in Teamzy. But it's, invite them and add that tag that they're invited to that group or that party or that event, okay? And then after you have the event, you wanna go through everyone who attended and change their tag to attended, right? And leave everybody who was invited just as invited. Now you'll have two lists. You'll have the invited to the event but did not attend, and you'll have the attended list, right? Because you're gonna follow up differently on each. You're gonna follow up with the attended people to try to help them convert, purchase, whatever, join the team. And you're going to follow up with the did not attends to try to get them into the next group or event. With me? So it gives you an easy list to go through and you know exactly what to follow up with. You can be efficient, just bam, 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 message those people and follow up, okay? Also for retention, this was huge. For me, my goal was to get people, to get my customers to 3 events a year minimum. And I told them, I want you in 3 of my groups a year to keep you engaged in the process. Now we were focused on fitness and health, which is the kind of thing you definitely fall off the wagon on. But if you guys are doing virtual events online, you want to keep people engaged with those. If you're doing in-person parties and events, or classes, like I know you oils people, we've got a bunch of you guys, like you're doing classes all the time to educate people on oils, different classes. You want to make sure that your customers are coming to your classes. You want to make sure that your customers who are enjoying your products, for all you guys, depending on your network, are coming to your parties. So we're going to use these lists to keep people going. So what do I mean by retention? Now when I'm looking at your record and you're a customer and I'm reaching out to you through Teamzy, I can see that you attended 2 classes this year so far just by looking at your tags. Make sense? Or I can see that I've invited you to classes, but you haven't attended one. So that just gives me some information like, hey, I'd love to give you the value of coming to this class or whatever, coming to this event. Are you guys with me? Okay, so here's your workflow. When you invite them, add the tag, and after the event, go through and update your tags. Let me just show you real quick. I wish they had like a quick toggle between screens. That would be great. I'm gonna have to call Zoom and see if they can fix that. Okay, so I'm on my team page, right? So when you go to your team page, there's your tags, right? So you can see I've created a couple of this is a Beachbody example, but I've got my challengers 10, 1, 17 invited, my challengers 10, 1, 17 participant. Okay, so there's my invited list. I can go through this list and message them or invite them to the next thing. If somebody here was like attended, I would change this to, I would give them the other tag, right? I would change it to participant and I would take out invited. Boom. Okay, that moves them to the other group. With me? So now I can go through my invited list. These are the people who didn't attend, boom. And I can go through my participant list and follow up with them differently. Great. All right, makes sense? And the same thing for whatever your network is, you just do it exactly the same way. Let's toggle back. Okay, the last one I want to talk to you guys about is onboarding your leads from social media. And this is huge. And some of you guys are doing this. This question does come up. Some of you may be newer and you're like, wow, I'm not doing any of that yet. Here's the thing I want you to know. First of all, if you're brand new to building this business and you're just starting to connect with your warm market, your Facebook friends and things like that, then you've got a list that's fresh that you're working on. If you've been doing this business for a while, it becomes more and more important for you to be adding new people to your list on a daily basis, right? To be meeting new people. And so as you get into different strategies, social media strategies and things like that, you need to know how to work those leads like a pro, because they're not the same as people who already know you. It takes a little time to build a relationship with them. Make sense? So let me show you some examples on how we use tags to do it. Let's say you're running a Facebook ad and you're getting leads for your Facebook ad, or you're getting likes on a like page, right? So you're building a like page audience, you're getting likes. A like on your like page is not the same as a friend, right? It's a little bit more, it's just not as deep a relationship. Same thing with people who come through an ad. They're a lead, but you don't have a relationship with them yet. So what I recommend you do is you add them to Teamzy, but tag them with a tag like Facebook ad 1117. Now, a couple things about that tag. It's specific, right? They're from a Facebook ad, so that's clear. And then I give the month. It was from November of 2017. The reason why I do that is because you probably will want to work, like I want to be working the current list of people coming in, leads coming in. And then at some point, I'm going to take action with those people. They're either going to become Teamzy relationships ongoing, or they just didn't convert and never responded to me. Make sense? So I'll kind of show you how to do that in a second. Same thing if you're direct messaging people on Instagram. Right? You add them to Teamzy with a tag like Instagram 1117. Sometimes you don't even know their name because they have a handle that's different from their name at this point. So if you're doing something like messaging people that have similar likes with you on Instagram or similar interests with you on Instagram, they may never respond, right? So that's the kind of thing where you might want to add them to Teamzy, tag them Instagram 1117 or Instagram lead 1117. And log your messages with them. If they respond and you have some sort of a conversation, that's when you promote them to your normal Teamzy flow, right? Or you may say, hey, can I send you a friend request on Facebook type thing? Whatever the case may be, to deepen that relationship. Same thing with Facebook groups. If you are networking in Facebook groups to meet people, which is probably the easiest and free way to meet people, right? You might want to add them to a tag like Working Moms Group Lead. Right? This is somebody that from my Working Moms group that I messaged. I know you guys are laughing at that example because I'm obviously not a mom, but I know a lot of you guys are. Here's somebody that I messaged from that group. I'm hoping to have a relationship with or a friend. And so she's going to be on this list for a period of time. So the idea here is that you take these leads and for a period of time, you try to connect with them. And some of them will connect back and then they come into your Teamzy, and some of them won't, right? And that's okay. Some of them won't. So what I recommend you do is you work these lists separately from your up next list. That's why we're creating this tag. So you come in, you do your power hour, you do your up next list, you connect with those people. Then you can come over and work these lists. You can click on your leads from Instagram list and you can message everybody on the list. You can click on your Facebook leads and message everybody on the list, right? As you create interest, you might want to set a follow-up and talk more with them. Or you can just let them go into your Teamzy cycle. If they're interested in being connected, but they're not really interested yet, You can just drop them into your Teamzy cycle so you can stay in touch over time. And then if you get no response, nothing at all from them, you can either delete them out of your Teamzy or you can just make them a 1-star so they're not coming up on your dashboard. Make sense? So let me show you guys real quick. Stop the share real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about in Teamzy. Okay, so I'm back in here now on my team page. And so a couple things I've got here. Look, I've got Facebook ad 1017. So I've created a group already. This is what I'm talking about. So you come in to do your power hour, right? You do your power hour. You connect with your prospects, your customers, people in your team. You do your follow-ups. Then you can come over to your team page and you can connect with everybody that you got leads from your Facebook ad. Right? So I'm going to now send a special message to Ainsley, Aggie, Amy, whatever. I'm going to send these guys a message specific to following up, hoping to create some sort of a relationship with them. So let's say that Ainsley and I connect and she is interested in staying in contact. What I probably will do then is I could delete this tag, or I just let her go back onto now she's going to be in my Teamzy flow. Let's say Aggie never responds, right? Never responds nothing after I reach out a bunch of times. So what I may want to do with her is just set her to 1-star, right? That way she's not going to show up on my Teamzy flow. Or maybe I do want her on my Teamzy flow. It's up to you. You guys can decide. But this is a great way to go through those leads and sift through them. Does that make sense? And give them a chance. You connect them, connect, and then if you promote them to your list. I've got another example here. Here's some likes. These are people who liked my page. So maybe as people like my page, I add them to this list. And then I send them a message that says, hey, Arlette, thanks for liking my page. It's great to be connected. I hope we'll be able to, help each other out in the future or whatever. Whatever you want to say to her. And if she responds, then I may be like, great, I'm going to keep her on my list. If I get nothing, maybe I won't add her to my list. Do you guys see how you work this? Same thing, I've got Instagram leads. Same idea. So I can go through here and I can put them on the list. The reason why I like to do 1117 is so next month, so as I work this list all month, next month I start a new list, okay? And then I'm focused on that list. All right, you can see, look, I've got a couple of product lists here, different products people had. Oh, here's a group, Cub Scout Parents Group. So maybe these are people I'm meeting in a group. So I've got these groups and these are people that I'm hoping to meet, right? I kind of keep them separate with tags until I have some sort of a relationship with them. Okay. Make sense, you guys? Again, it's really an easy way to group people as you go. Okay. All right. So we covered this tonight. How to create and manage tags in Teamzy today. What is it? It's not even noon yet in California, but you get the idea. 5 pro uses for tags. We went through how to group people around a common experience. Okay. We talked about how to track products that they're purchasing or interested in, how to manage your product wait lists, how to group your invites and attendees to an event, part of your challenge group. And I don't even know what button I just hit. How to manage the onboarding of your leads from social media campaigns. Okay, pretty good start. Now I'm going to give you guys an action step, which is I want you to go, how do you use tags in Teamzy? I'm sure I didn't cover it every way. Let us know in our Facebook community. Go find the replay of this training. It's already streaming in there live right now. So as soon as we end this, it will show up just as a video post. Go in and comment on that video and tell us, how are you using tags? I'd love to know. Next time I do this training, maybe I'll incorporate what you're doing. The cool thing about Teamzy is it's a community-built thing. I mean, we came up with that first draft, and then you guys have helped us make it so much better and usable. So let us know, how are you using tags? I'm going to give you a couple action steps, then I'll jump to the Q&A. If you have any questions, guys, make sure you start loading them in the Q&A because I'll answer all of them. So your action steps. Go familiarize, well, that's a hard word to say, familiarize yourself on how to create and manage tags inside Teamzy. Okay, now I showed you really quick in the beginning, it's very easy, but get used to doing that. Now, I want you to implement at least one of the strategies we discussed in your business this week. Okay, implement at least one of the strategies we discussed in your business this week. Third step, Make sure you get all your new team members on a 30-day free trial of Teamzy. Okay, this is your best chance of starting them off right. Get them in there. We'll train them. We'll teach them how to use it. Please bring everybody in. If you're using this and it's helping you, and your new team members use this and it's helping them, guess what? That helps everybody. Okay. And finally, if you're on a free trial yourself, make sure you set up your subscription now so you don't miss a beat in your business. Okay. Even if you started a free trial yesterday, you can set up your subscription now and you will not be billed at all until the end of your trial. You get that first month free no matter what. So go ahead and do it. If you're loving it, get it set up now so you don't miss a beat. Okay. I know I went through that really fast. It was probably like, drinking water through a fire hose. Do you guys have questions? If you do, pop them in the Q&A and I will be happy to answer them. Was that helpful? I'll drink some water. Laura asks, this is not about tags, but about scheduling all follow-ups. Is there a way to keep track of how many people I schedule a day so I'm not overloaded in one day? Okay, that's a good question, Laura. All right, so let me just kind of, I'm going to answer it this way. I'm going to give you kind of the ideal workflow on scheduling follow-ups, just so you kind of have an idea. So Teamzy is built on the whole concept of the power hour, right? Which is built on the concept of the business standard, which is a business standard is the minimum amount of income producing activities that you need to do every day to hit your business goals. Right? Have you guys ever heard about that? The business standard, your personal business standard, is the minimum amount of income producing activities you need to do each day to build your goal. Now, when you set up Teamzy, you put in your income amount, and Teamzy gave you a suggested PBS, a suggested personal business standard, how many income producing activities you need to be doing every day to hit your goal. So let's say it told you to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 people on your team, for example. So you're connecting with those 19 people, just connecting with them, making their day, creating conversations. So your goal, Laura, out of those 19 conversations may be to invite 3 people to learn more about the business opportunity of the products, right? So those invites, hypothetically, would be your follow-ups. Does that make sense? So you're inviting them, and now you're putting them on your follow-ups list so you can follow up with them. So you might be creating 3, 4 a day if you're doing fantastic. But you don't need to follow up. You don't need to set a follow-up for people just because you're talking to them unless they're showing interest in something. Because Teamzy is going to keep them in front of you every 30 days, every 60 days. You're going to continue the conversation, right? You're going to continually be prompted to connect with them. So your follow-ups then are going to be for people that have shown interest. So you can follow up like a pro and get them the help they need. Or maybe other ways that you could use your follow-ups is, I bumped into you in a grocery store and we had a great chat and I want to follow up tomorrow, so I'll set you on my follow-up list. That kind of thing. Or you friended me on Facebook today and I don't have time to get to you right now, so I set a follow-up so that later I'll remember to message you. That kind of thing. Make sense? So you don't need to set a follow-up just because you messaged somebody and said hello. Make sense? Okay, I hope that answers the question. Oh wait, she's coming back to me, so let me see here what she says. When prospecting follow-ups and having combos, sometimes I do 30 a day. Well, okay, so you're cranking, which is good. And you know what? Here's the thing, guys. When you're new, when you're starting your business, you do want to create a lot of momentum. It's kind of like if you ever watch a rocket ship blast off, right? It uses all of its fuel to blast off, and then it coasts after that. So you may want to be doing a lot. But yeah, if you do 30 prospecting connects a day for 3 days straight, you will feel overwhelmed pretty quick. I know, because I did that. I did that. First day they had the Teamzy available to me in the roughest form ever to play with. I reached out to 43 people and I was so busy with those conversations. But it's like anything else, you just do a few a day, you just keep going, and then you build momentum that you can kind of manage a little bit more. Some of you guys want to be overwhelmed, and that's good. Kathy says, are prospects just all of your friends, for example, on Facebook? So when it says 10 prospects a day, is that just reaching out to 10 completely new friends that you haven't built a relationship with? Okay, Kathy, the answer is yes. When you start, like all your Facebook friends are prospects, for sure, because you're going to start with your warm market, right? So everybody you know should be in Teamzy, wherever you can get them from, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, your email lists, your phone, wherever you have contacts, you should get them all into Teamzy, and those are your prospects, correct? Now, you should be still trying to meet new people. You got to have fresh water coming in, got to have fresh water. So those are your prospects that you start with and you're connecting with. I know for me, it was like I knew 2,000 people. That's who I started with. But at the same time, I'm trying to meet new people every day. And Teamzy usually defaults to 3 a day, like to meet 3 new people a day. So how are you doing that? Well, if you're connecting with people every day, connecting with them, connecting with your customers and people on your team, then you're getting introduced to people constantly. I know for me, I got to the 3 people a day pretty easily by connecting with current customers because they were introducing me to people. And I was always asking them, is there anybody you can introduce me to that would benefit from this? Is there anybody that you know who would like to be part of our next group? Is there anybody that you know who needs help with this? Could you introduce them to me? So that was one way I was meeting people. Also, you meet people through friends. You know, you can go through your friends list and find friends in common. You can message people. You just got to get out of your comfort zone and meet people. Does that make sense? So Kathy, my answer is yes and yes. That makes sense. Okay. I love that the questions had nothing to do with tags. That's great. I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm always happy to answer any question when you guys have me live on a webinar. But my hope is that this was really helpful for you guys. Share this with your team because there's a lot of cool stuff on here they can do. People coming in new to Teamzy, if they just do the basics, if they just follow the power hour and connect with people, they're going to do great. As you get deeper into this, that's when you want to start building tag lists and going even deeper. Make sense? Okay, Melanie says, if you set tags, do those people not come up on your regular prospect list? They're now just on a tags list? No, Melanie, they will come up on your regular prospects list. Absolutely, they will. The tags just let you pull up that list separately. Does that make sense? So if you, the chances of them popping up on your list though, when they're a new lead is low because you've got a lot of people on your list. Make sense? Okay. Belinda says, when you upload your list, do you separate them by tags? For example, you upload your promoters, then your Facebook friends, if they all show up as a group. Well, okay, that's a great question, Belinda. You can divide them up by tags however you want, but in this example that you gave me, promoters, which for you guys who don't know her network, that's what they call distributors on their team. Those already have a group in Teamzy. They have a separate group, and that's called member type. So you've got, everybody has 3 member types: prospect, customer, and whatever you call people on your team, right? So it could be coaches, promoters, presenters, consultants, distributors, right? Depending on your network. So in that example, Brenda, if you're going through your Facebook list and you see people who should be on the promoters list, you can just, under member type, move them over, okay? Now, if you guys do your imports where you take your distributor list, like your team list first and put them in first, you won't have that crossover problem because when Facebook sees the same name, it won't import them again. But you can easily clean that up. Let me show you guys real quick how to do it. Okay, so if I'm, for example, on Zahara's record, see she's a prospect and she should be a distributor, I just click that and it moves her over to the distributor list, okay? Also, I can go to my list of all prospects right here, and I can click type mode. See right here, it says type mode. And that now lets me see prospect, customer, and distributor. So I can bang down the list and clean it up. Okay, that guy should be a distributor, so should he, he's a customer, right? So you can see they jump off the list as soon as I do it. Like watch today, that's what happens when I click distributor. Disappears because he's moved to the distributor list. Okay, make sense? So you can do a quick cleanup if that's the case. Okay. Can I search for multiple tags at once? See if they're in 2 groups at the same time. Yes, you can. Again, do that on the team page. Let me go back over here. Again, on my team page, right here where it says filter tags, I can put in tags, right? So I can put in Facebook ad, and then I can put in whatever. You can do multiple tags here, okay? So in this case, this example, there weren't two people, there wasn't one person with both those tags, but as you have a lot of tags, you'll see some crossover. Okay. Okay, Belinda, you're welcome. Kathy says, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I just joined Teamzy yesterday. Awesome, Kathy. So Kathy, you just joined Teamzy yesterday. This is the Pro Series where we go deeper. You need to get registered for my webinar next Tuesday, which is the Getting Started Right webinar. So make sure you look for your email for it, but if not, just put it in the community, hey, I want that link, we'll make sure you get that link. But that one, I'll actually walk you through the whole process of crushing a power hour, okay, and how to follow up and all that stuff. Laura says, I've been adding at least 5 new people a day. So then I like to follow a chat, and then in 2 weeks from the ad. So is that not a follow-up? How would I set it for 2 weeks out? So, okay, so Laura, this is a perfect example of, yes, you can set them all in follow-ups and put them on your follow-ups list. But again, you could get overwhelmed by that, which sound like you already were based on your earlier question. What you could do, Laura, is use a tag like we showed in this training, where as you're adding those new people each day, those 5 new people, maybe you have a tag called New Ads October. Okay, so maybe you have a New Ads October, and you put them all, you tag them, and then you can, instead of doing them on your follow-ups list, you can just grab that tag and you have the whole list of everybody you added in October, and you can go through and once a week message them. You could just message everybody on that list once a week or once every 2 weeks, however often you want to do it. And so you don't junk up your follow-up list with people who are really interested in going deeper with the products. Does that make sense? That's just a way you can do it. I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, Laura, but I think that might help you not look at your follow-ups list and be like, oh my gosh, I have 600 due today. Instead, it's like, hey, on Wednesday, I'm going to book a special power hour to get my new ads list connected with. Okay. And you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I'm just saying you're welcome because people whose questions I answered are sending me thank yous. Does that help you guys? Okay. Perfect. All right, so I don't have any more questions in there. So thank you guys for being here. I hope that was a lot of value for you guys. Stay tuned. So just so you guys know, I am doing 5 webinars live a month right now for you guys. Every Tuesday night, I'm doing the Get Started webinar. So if you're new, get on next Tuesdays. If you have new people coming into free trials, make sure they get on my Tuesday night webinars, okay? And then keep an eye out. Every month, I'm going to do a pro training series where I go a little deeper on one of the concepts here. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have an awesome day. This was recorded, so if you have team members who are at work right now and couldn't watch this, we'll post it up in our Facebook community. They can watch it there. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day.